Well, I guessing it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What
but
are
not
you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
right.
know what you're doing.
I
That's
know
a
perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Well, the old captain here is feeling a little discombobulated today. And it has something to do with the fact I've been hanging out at Chemung County Fair for the week. I went incognito. Aye, that's where you take and you don't wear your normal outfit. I dressed up mostly like the others around me. And I almost blended in quite well. It's a matter of the captain just is always going to stand out to one degree or another. But nobody seemed to quite recognize me. But it be what it be. But it still be an exhausting week. And got to observe people, come with some new ideas, and have a little bit of fun here and there. So I'm feeling a tad bit, as the young crowd say, spacey. And with that, I think we might just go, Star Trek direction for a moment. Let's see, who does that? Let me read the book here. I so far out of it, I couldn't quite remember that Bobby Pickett and Peter Ferrara are the ones behind Star Trek. And I hope you be calling in to the request line, 323-432-8346. That's 323-HEAVE-HO. Very, very simple to remember. Just 323-HEAVE-HO. Now, I'll leave out the A. It's just heave-ho. So, welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back. I think we'll make it through till the witching hour. But don't ask me to go beyond that. I think I need myself a good night's sleep.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Booby Prize. Its 5-year mission: to sell T-shirts, toy phasers, plastic communicators, and anything else we can think of. To seek out new life in old plots and complications. To boldly go where everyone has gone before.
Star Trek.
Captain's log, stardate 6935.2. We are in orbit around the planet Schwartz.
Engineering to Captain Jerk. Engineering to Captain Jerk.
Jerk here, what is it, Snotty?
Captain, the warp drive mechanisms are generating excess antimatter. The pods are overloading now. If it continues at this rate, I can't be responsible for the safety of the ship.
Don't have a spaz, Snotty.
But the whole ship's gonna blow itself to pieces, Jim.
I want answers, mister!
Well, I tried shoving a wiener on the warp drive, but it didn't do a bit of good. By the by, would you have a wee bit of mustard up on the bridge?
Mr. Schlock?
No mustard, Captain.
Analysis, Schlock?
It would appear that Lieutenant Snot is about to eat a wiener without mustard.
As always, your logic is impeccable, Mr. Schlock. However, I was referring to the emergency in the ship's warp drive.
I would say that the program is at too early a stage to permit solving any serious difficulties, Jim.
Recommendation?
Suggest you wait for further plot complication before undertaking corrective measures.
Logical, Mr. Schlock. Perfectly logical. Dr. McCoy?
I'm a doctor, not a scriptwriter! Warning, this is a plot complication. Warning, this is a plot complication. Warning.
Plot complication showing up on ship's sensors now, Captain. I'm switching to visual.
What is it, Mr. Schlock?
Computer data is coming in now, Captain. It's just what we need. A colossal negative space wedgie of great power coming right at us at warp speed.
Mr. Lulu, commence evasive actions.
Yes, Captain Jack.
Evasive actions ineffective, Captain. The wedgie is turning with us and closing rapidly. Estimated time of impact, approximately 16.9 seconds. 15.
Bridge to engineering.
14,
Snot here, Captain.
13,
What's not there, Snotty?
12.
I said snot here.
Snotty,
Captain.
give me full power. Get us out of here fast.
I can't do it. The toilets are backed up into the warp drive. It'll take time to make repairs.
Time? Mr. Schlock?
1. Wipe out. Readings are off the scale, Captain. I have not encountered this phenomenon before.
Damage report. Lieutenant Manuro?
Well, honey, I'd say we took a shellacking out here.
Fascinating.
What is it, Mr. Schlock?
The force field seems to have passed through us and entered the surface of the planet Schwartz. Yet tricorder readings fail to indicate any such energy from the planet.
Opinion, Mr. Schlock?
Insufficient data, Captain.
Into the elevator, Mr. Schlock. Let's beam down to the planet's surface so I can find an alien to fall in love with before the program's over.
You usually do.
Ain't I something? Mr. Lulu, you've got the con.
Thank you, Captain Jack.
Elevator, transporter room.
I'm fine, how are you?
Elevator, I said transporter room.
I'm fine, how are you?
Oh, forget it. Elevator to engineering. Beam us down from here, Snotty.
Aye, aye, Captain. You're locked on coordinates now.
Energize, Mr. Snot.
Remarkable. There is no record of any such civilization as this on the planet Schwartz.
Look, Schlock, here comes a car, and feast your Vulcan squinties on that driver.
Far out, Captain Jerk.
Want a lift, sailor? As a matter of fact, I do. I'll say goodbye here, Mr. Schlock. Now you'll have what you always wanted, command of the booby prize.
And you'll have what you always wanted.
What's that, Mr. Schlock?
A bleach blonde in red convertible on planet Schwartz.
Ain't I something? Well, say bye-bye to Starfleet Command for me, and I'll see you on Hollywood Squares.
Bye-bye, Jim. I thought he'd never go. Schlock to booby prize.
Snot here, Mr. Schlock.
What's not there, Lieutenant Snot?
I said snot here, Mr. Schlock.
That's Captain Schlock.
Aye?
Make it 1 to beam up.
In a galaxy far, far away, this is the lightsaber Darth Vader Tatooine. Pod race, hyperspace, carbonite and Cloud City. The Death Star is Spanish chart, Imperial Army so nasty. The Force, Star Wars. Better say goodbye to Alderaan. The Force, Star Wars. Make a Jedi wanna retire, man. The Force, Star Wars. Sing my theme, you know who I am. The Force, Star Wars. Know who's your daddy. Jedi training, hallelujah. Jedi training, hallelujah. Jedi training, hallelujah. Star Wars fun, gonna give it to you. Star Wars fun, gonna give it to you. Star Wars fun, gonna give it to you. The greatest episode you ever saw. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh! Don't believe me, just watch. Oh! Gotta tell you something. Star Wars funk you up. 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 I said Star Wars funk you up. 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 Star Wars funk, gonna give it to ya. Star Wars funk, gonna give it to ya. The greatest episode you ever saw. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh!
There be Heidi Mae Harrington with Star Wars Uptown Funk. I still feeling a bit spacey, so there's only one cure for that. I think you'll be understanding a little more space-related stuffs. So let's see. I think on good course of action, lean the helm straight into sudden death. Happy right, sudden death with Star Trek Live.
It's Star Trek Life for us. It's Star Trek Life for us. That a workout speed like us. That a drive-in beer me up. It's Star Trek Life.
Standing on the line of waiting, the new movie, and I've been here for a couple of days. I'm driving a car that looks like a Klingon bird of prey. I know the exchange rate to convert dollars to latinum. You know my type, the perfect compliment for when we dine is blood wine. People think I'm out of my Vulcan mind. Oh well, we're all my homies with the rubber ears and fake hair. It may seem highly illogical, I don't care. I love to build a replica of Quarks. We don't dare get upset by all the snide remarks and funny stares. I put on a Starfleet uniform and strutted. I put on some makeup so my face looked rutted. I grabbed a bat Lithanic like a hothead. I met Marina Sirtis and greeted her like Butthead.
Hi, baby.
You know I'd love to take her out someday, but the rules of acquisition say she'd have to pay.
It's Star Trek Life for us. It's Star Trek Life for us. That a pizza we got. That right out is too hot. It's Star Trek Life.
My beer belly hangs out of the t-shirt that I've had since 1983. All faded and stained, we live at conventions, spending my entire pension. I took a pill that made my blood turn green. I prefer that. I go to bed wishing that I wake up on a 5-year mission. I had a vision of Gowron, said I have no honor, and I'll never get on a girl or two, but I'll lose my virginity if it's the last thing I do. I want all those cool toys, from the Klingon knives to the phasers, transporters, holodecks, and warp drives, and it'd be great to let 7 of 9 assimilate me. Wait, but a tribble wouldn't date me. Got a phaser for remote control, deflector dish for my cereal bowl, lost my keys in a wormhole, my license plate reads NCC1701D, I only wish it could go warp 3.
It's Star Trek Life for us. It's Star Trek Life for us. That a big ass breeze. That a mother-in-law lava queen. It's Star Trek Life for us. It's Star Trek Life for us. That a day and please roleplay. That a good night sacrifice. It's Star Trek Life.
Join the dark side, girl. You're not happy in that Jedi world. I can show you more, like how to choke out people with the Force. Follow me. We'll rule together and find ourselves making star peace. Just let the past die and free yourself.
Tell me something, Joy. Is Carlos someone I should avoid? Or could he be turned? Is redemption something to be earned? I've been trained. Out here on Octo, I find myself myself looking for you, but all I see is the ghost of Luke. I'm off of Jakku, I've got the force to, I'll never turn dark side. Please don't betray me, choose who you should be, Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. Kylo, Kylo, Kylo. Solo, 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 lo, lo, lo. Kylo, Kylo, Kylo. Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. Ha, 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 I'm off of Jakku, I've got the force to, I'll never turn dark side. Please don't betray me, choose who you should be, Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. Kylo, Kylo, Kylo. Ben Solo or Kylo Ren.
Herbie on Ernest Presents with Freddie Scott and Maya Marie singing A Star Wars is Born. Aye, and before you start thinking, is that all you're going to be playing tonight? A little bit of Star Wars and a little bit of, Star Trek. But I tell you, don't you be worrying. We got other space-related stuff. For example, sometimes we even throw in a little bit of time with it. And a little bit of time, a little bit of space. You mix it all together, and you just call for the good doctor and have him mix it all up. Right now it'd be the Doctor in the TARDIS with the Time Lords. It's a little less spacey now, but we shall stay, we'll have to keep our hands hard on the wheel, for you never know when you start to drift off course, and that's where the old captain be right now. Oh, we'll be cutting a commercial, and we'll be finding out what will be coming straight at us when we return momentarily. Oh, don't be forgetting to be calling 323 Heave-Ho, and that we also often start out with a vintage commercial and then go straight into our proper sponsors, which help pay for all the important things, like the beds and the pillows that we sleep upon.
Get ready.
All right, time circuit's on.
Get set.
What do you mean we're in the future?
On November 22nd, the adventure that's 30 years ahead of its time continues at theaters everywhere. Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film. Michael J. Fox.
It's gotta be the wrong year.
Christopher Lloyd.
It's your kids, Marty. Something's gotta be done about your kids.
Back to the Future Part 2. From Universal Pictures, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. A brand new future is coming on Wednesday, November 22nd.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you went, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you tried. Maybe you succeeded. Maybe you want to do it again. Maybe this time you want to take a friend and cry out at the top of your lungs. You heard right! The Rocky Horror Picture Show with live action is coming back to the Elmira Drive-In on September 24th. So get your fishnets ready and be sure to get a seat at the front row and catch all the action firsthand. Don't be that person around the water cooler stuck listening to all the crazy stories about what everyone else did that weekend. Be the person telling the stories. Mark your calendars. September 24th at the Elmira Drive-In for the experience of a lifetime.
See you at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent.
Hi. During the week, I did have a person. I don't know if they recognized me at first as the captain, but somehow, after playing a little bit of liar's dice, well, they seemed to come out ahead. And so they made a request of me. They said either pay your bill or take care of the request. I be saying, what is it that you be wanting to hear? That's what else can I say at that point? They say they want to hear Arlo Guthrie's Multicolored Roach Affair. And I be saying, that's be a long one. They say, well, all you have to do is pay your bill that you be owing. And I be saying, hi, would you like it served up in the first hour or the second hour? I think it'd be heard in the first hour because it's a bit of a long one. We don't play it very often. I think we've only ever played it once before. It's a good one, but it's a long one, and it's a lot of fun. So, here, and now, so we don't take up the entire final 40 minutes of the show, the entire request, driven part. We play it now. It be Arlo Guthrie's The Alice's Restaurant Multicolored Rainbow Roach Affair. And it's paying off a debt to someone who may or may not recognize me as the captain at first. But I think they might have been a bit of a hustler, if you know, be knowing what I be a-meaning.
Song is called Alice's Restaurant. It's about Alice in the restaurant. But Alice's Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant, it's just the name of the song, and that's why I call the song Alice's Restaurant. Now y'all know the chorus, so I don't have to sing it right now. But the version of Alice's Restaurant that I'm gonna sing right now is called the Alice's Restaurant Multicolored Rainbow Roach Affair, otherwise known as the Spy Tingler. We'll just wait for it to come around. It all started one day when a Russian scientist by the name of Max was having a cup of coffee and a hamburger at Alice's Restaurant. Now Max was just sitting there eating on his hamburger and having a wonderful time. Yes, friends, and drinking on his cup of coffee, and everything was just wonderful until Max looked up on the wall in front of him, and there on the wall, Max spotted a multicolored rainbow roach, so beautiful. Max immediately put it into his emergency plastic baggie, brought it back to New York City, took the first boat to Moscow, where 5 of Russia's leading scientists studied the multicolored rainbow roach for possible use in atomic warfare. Meanwhile, back at Alice's Restaurant, Sam, a Chinese scientist, was having a Coca-Cola and a Frankfurter at Alice's Restaurant. He was just sitting up there chomping on his Frankfurter, looking around. He was off duty, nothing was happening. He looked upon the wall, and there again, there on the wall was another perfect example of the multicolored rainbow roach. Yes, friends, Sam immediately put it into his emergency plastic bag. He was brought back to New York City, took the first boat to Red China, where 5 of Red China's leading scientists studied the multicolored rainbow roach for possible use in atomic warfare. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Lyndon, hearing of the disappearing multicolored rainbow roaches from Alice's Restaurant, was getting very uptight. He immediately sent up a squad of men to investigate the scene of the disappearing multicolored rainbow roaches. They walked in and sat down on the stools and turned around a few times on them, see how fast they could go around. They looked on the wall, but there was nothing there. They looked on the doors, on the ceiling, on the floor, on the other wall, all kinds of walls, floors, ceilings. They didn't see nothing. But friends, they sat down disgusted, started drinking their cups of coffee, but there, floating on the top of the coffee, was not one but 2 multicolored rainbow roaches sitting there in the coffee, just floating around. They were immediately put into a compartmentized plastic baggie and brought back to the White House, where they were put under intense investigation for possible use in defense. Meanwhile, back at Alice's Restaurant, yes, friends, Max was back. The Russian scientist was studying Alice's Restaurant, trying to find more multicolored rainbow roaches to be brought into the communist country. Max looked around. On the walls, the ceilings, he looked in the first corner, in the second corner, in the third corner, but there by the door. There by the door, in full glory and rainbow colors, was not 1, not 2 or 3, but 4 multicolored rainbow roaches, and it was a great day for Russia. Yes, friends, the multicolored rainbow roaches were brought back, and it was a fantastic day. multicolored rainbow roach for each of the 5 studying scientists. It was a great day, but meanwhile, back at Alice's restaurant, Sam was snooping around. Yes, friends, he was sitting down having another Coca-Cola, and there in the same corner that Max found the 4 multicolored rainbow roaches, there was another 4 multicolored rainbow roaches, just sitting there waiting for Sam, and Sam picked them up immediately, brought them back to Red China, where there was now 1 roach for each of the 5 studying scientists in Red China. It was a terrible day for the United States. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Lyndon was disgusted, busted, couldn't be trusted. Sitting around, yes, friends, there was a total of 10 multicolored rainbow roaches in Fern hands. Fern hands! Fern hands! Another investigating team was sent up to the scene of the Alice's restaurant massacre. Yes, they walked in, they sat down, they looked in all the corners, all the walls, doors, entrances, the tables, the chairs. They looked around, they'd even ordered cups of coffee and looked in the coffee, but there was nothing. I'm saying that there was nothing in Alice's restaurant. There was no more multicolored rainbow roaches to be seen. It was a terrible day for the American people. They sat down disgusted. They put their feet up on the big iron bar at the bottom of the counter. But the big iron bar didn't feel like the big iron bar. It was soft. They looked down, and there, was not one multicolored rainbow roach, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, or an infinitesimal amount. There was the most huge, there was the most gigantus, there was the most fantastic multicolored rainbow roach ever envisioned upon by the human race. There was a 4 by 5 foot multicolored rainbow roach. It was a great day for the American people. Yes, friends, there was the biggest, most gigantic, multicolored rainbow roach ever to be seen by anybody in the world, ever to be invented. It was a 4 by 5 foot multicolored rainbow roach. A 4 by 5 foot roach, and you know what kind of joint that must have been, but it was just a roach sitting there on the floor. A Hertz rented truck was immediately called from around the corner. And a 4 by 5 foot plastic baggie was immediately brought into the scene, and the baggie was put in the roach, and the roach was put into the plastic baggie, and the baggie was put into the back of the Hertz rented truck, and it was immediately brought to the White House, where it was under intense investigation. All the generals were called around, all the leading people in the United States. Yes, friends, they were called to the scene of the multicolored rainbow roach. And they sat around, they wondering what they're going to do with it and all kinds of things that they were going to do. And it was McNamara who accidentally spilled his coffee. He spilled his coffee onto the 4x5-foot multicolored rainbow roach. And it was Humphrey who immediately wiped it up with his napkin and without thinking wiped his lips with the napkin that he had just wiped the roach with. And it tasted good. So he took off his finger pick and he started getting licks off of the 4x5-foot multicolored rainbow roach. And then they all started doing it. Except for Lyndon. He was chomping on it. But meanwhile, back in China, experiments were being made. Yes, friends, experiments were being made about how to produce a multicolored rainbow roach 50 megaton bomb. The problem was how to get the roach into the bomb. They couldn't just sit it on there because it'd fall off. And they couldn't nail it to the bomb because the bomb would explode. And they couldn't put it in the bomb because the bomb was already made. They couldn't take it apart without exploding. And they couldn't glue it because the glue would melt. There was nothing to do but scotch tape it to the nose of the missile where the bomb was kept. Yes, friends, it was 1/4 of a multicolored rainbow roach which was scotch taped to a 50 megaton bomb, and the bomb was sent into orbit and it went around. It went up into the air and it went fantastic speed. It was flying around and everything was happening. It was fantastic array, and the bomb exploded in the air and all the fragments came falling around, and it fragmentated, and all the fragments were going toward the earth at such a fantastic speed that the fragments turned into a gaseous form, a big blue cloud. And friends, within 25 miles where the bomb exploded, within a 25-mile radius, people were stoned. Standing there, lying there stoned. They couldn't move. It was a great success for the bombers and the guys that got bombed. It was wonderful for everybody. Meanwhile, back in Russia, another experiment was being made. Yes, friends, as a matter of fact, it was the same experiment. Another multicolored rainbow roach was scotch taped to the nose of a huge missile which went up to the air, exploded, and the fragmentations came down at such a fantastic speed that they came into a gaseous form. The gaseous blue cloud hovered over 25 miles of the area that it exploded in. Within that 25-mile radius, people were stoned. Meanwhile, back at the White House, things were going bad. They were all sitting around the 4x5-foot multicolored rainbow roach, still licking and chomping on it. And friends, some kind of defense plan had to be made. And it was Lyndon who came up with the grooviest defense plan you ever thought about. Yes, 2,202 Betsy Rosses were called to the White House lawn. And there they made the biggest blanket that you ever saw. They made a blanket not as big as the White House, not as big as Washington, D.C., or the East Coast, or the West Coast, or the Midwest, or any West Coast, East, Midwest. They made a blanket so big that it covered the whole North American continent. including Alaska and Hawaii, and 12 miles around each border. Yes, friends, it was a huge blanket, and on one side of the blanket was a picture of the United States. And on one side of the other blanket was a picture of the sky. And the blanket was rolled across the heavens and held up there by the winds and the Jet Air Force planes. And nobody knew that it was there. Because looking up from under it, it looked like the sky. Looking down from over it, just looked like the United States. It was the greatest fake out ever produced by the United States. And friends, it was that terrible day. Yes, 1 week ago, and many of you may not know it. It was 1 week ago that somebody pushed the button. Nobody knows who or what button. But they know somebody pushed it, because from miles around came multicolored rainbow roach bombs. Yes, friends, the biggest ever fantasized by the earth. They were coming toward Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, Detroit, and all kinds of various assorted pie cities. They were coming around everywhere. And just about as they got over their cities and were about to explode into fragmentation, the fragments went out, and before the fragments could turn into a gaseous form, they got caught in the blanket. And all the blanket was rolled up across the country, and the fragments was dumped out on the White House lawn, where they were put into little bottles, marked according to what kind of fragments it was. Russian red, Chinese yellow, Portuguese polka dot, and all kinds of fragments. And I want to tell you that 3 days ago, and I know that you're sitting in the audience right now probably wondering what's happening. I'm gonna tell you what's happening. Yeah, friends, 3 days ago, all the fragments were put into a big satellite. And that satellite right now is hurling itself around the entire world with all the fragments except the 4x5, or except the remains of the 4x5 foot multicolored rainbow roach. Nobody knows what happened to the other two. But information has it that the birds were at it. Yeah, they was Lucy Bird, Lena Bird, and all the birds sitting around there sniffing the air. But nobody's quite sure. But suffice to say that the remains of all the multicolored rainbow roaches are now in the satellite hurling itself around the United States. And the remains of the 4x5 foot multicolored rainbow roach is now scotch taped to an American missile, which in the event of a third world war will hurl itself toward the satellite, and both the 4x5 foot multicolored rainbow roaches and all the fragments from all the other roaches will come down on the earth and be carried by the four winds and stone everybody in the whole world. And the only reason I'm singing you this song tonight is cause to tell you when you get the feeling that a third world war is about, within a few hours. When you kinda got the feeling that something's gonna happen, get out into the country. Because when the fragments come down and turn into a gaseous form, you want to be out there able to breathe the air free and equal. Because when you're sniffing in the city there, all your mothers, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, dogs, cats, kids, and neighbors will be out there sniffing the same air, and you may not get enough. So go out into the country under the green trees and the green grass and all kinds of wonderful things in nature, and get out there and breathe the air like you're supposed to do. And I know most of you are very impatient for the Third World War. I even realize that most of you want to get the song over with so you can go back home and have your own Third World War. But before you go, before you leave tonight and start fighting, I want to give you a little verse to sing while you're standing there, breathing the air, having a wonderful time during the Third World War, in case you don't have anything better to do. We just gotta wait till it comes around. Here it is. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track, and you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You didn't sound like you was out there breathing the air. I mean, I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes every night and just have you stand there singing a chorus without any kind of feeling. Imagine that you're out there during the Third World War and the multicolored rainbow roach bombs exploding all around you. And you're out there having a wonderful time with all your friends, dogs, cats, kids, neighbors, mothers, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, and neighbors. Out in the street or wherever you are if you can't get out the city. And if you can, imagine yourself in the country flowers, sitting there, having a wonderful time. And I realize there's undoubtedly some feds in the audience tonight, but I know damn well you'll be out there too. Everybody's gonna be out there sniffing the air. So when it comes around again, sing it like you're out there breathing air. None of this city smog stuff. We'll just wait till it comes around again, and this time, like you're out there having a wonderful time in nature's wonderland. I'm a pacifist myself. Don't mind getting into a war every once in a while though, and so I'm gonna sing it with feeling when it comes around again. And you should do the same, cause here it is. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Excepting Alice, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track, and you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. At Alice's restaurant.
And we be out of the commercial. It's still a good one, even if it he a long one. Oh, be a knowing. Maybe I really did be a wanting to hear it. That's why I lost a little bit of your tires, dice, just to be forced into doing it. Who be hustling? Who?
I'm a spaceman. The moon and sun and all the stars are great big Tootsie Roll Pops. I'm a princess. Yes, my lord, it's a party tonight. We'll have Tootsie Roll Pops. All of the kids in the neighborhood say Tootsie Roll Pops are triple good. Triple good.
And do you know why? Sure. Because 1, there's good tasting hard candy outside. And 2, there's a delicious center of Tootsie Roll inside. And 3, only Tootsie Roll Pops are such fun to eat. That's why they're triple good. And don't forget, Tootsie Roll Pops come in a party pack, too. 10 pops in assorted flavors. There's a game on the back that's lots of fun to do. All of the kids in the neighborhood say Tootsie Roll Pops are triple good. Triple good. You'll love Tootsie Roll Pops.
Squatch Den.
Hey, la chinga! Hey, man, look it over here. Oh, wow, man. Oh, is that? Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store? Totally awesome, man. I haven't seen a vinyl store in a long time, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, everything's gone digital, man. Totally bummer, dude. Hey, man. Let's go in. Let's check it out, man. This could be really cool. Hey, yeah, come on, man. Hey, man. This is really awesome. Oh, wow, man. This is far out, man. Look at all the shirts, man. Hey, man, yeah, look at the music. They got vinyl. They got CDs. Hey, man, they even got cassettes. That's gonna go well with my lowrider, man. Yeah, man. Oh. And look at all the shirts, man. Ain't no tie-dyes, but they're totally awesome, man. Yeah, man, yeah, they're all band shirts. New band shirts. Hey, we need some new band shirts, man. All our stuff is old, man. Man, you're totally right, man. Oh, this stuff's all like from 2000 on up. Man, these is totally... I never even heard of some of these bands, but they look awesome, man. Hey, they're playing them in the background here, man. They are awesome! And check it out, man. They do photography. We got some pictures we can do. Hey, man, we can show them some pictures. Yeah, man.
My name is Ash. I'm the owner of the Squatch Den, located at 2082 College Avenue in Elmira Heights, New York, right across from Edison High, and we are open daily, Monday through Sunday, 12 to 6.
Squatch Den.
All music, all the time.
Aye, it came to me moments ago that we haven't had much on leprosy on the show lately. We've been falling short of that, and we don't know what to do. I mean, it's like it fell off, and we didn't know what to do about ourselves. So, with that, let's go with apologetics. A bad case of leprosy.
Listen to me, I got a bad case of leprosy. No bale's gonna cure what ails me. Got a bad case of leprosy. I'm pretty brave, but I'm a bit alarmed. That's no rash coming down my arms. I need my troops, the militant guys, but a modified neighbor's battle cry. Talk to the prophet, listen to me. I got a bad case of leprosy. No bale's gonna cure what ails me. Got a bad case of leprosy. about a bad case of leprosy. No frills, but it cured my ills. You got it, backspace for leprosy.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Hey, Nudnik, you're supposed to say, who's there?
Why?
Knock, knock.
Fine. Who's there?
Daisy.
Daisy who?
They sees me rolling. They hating. They know in their heart that I is rolling dirty. Ha ha! I make it funny.
I've got to get a better lock for that door.
Come on, everybody. Let's have a hoedown.
Oh, the Lord loves a hanging. That's why he give us necks.
It tightens up our vocal cords.
And
loosens up our picks.
so if you are a horse thief and guilty to the bone, go ahead and blame a friend and you won't hang alone. It may be hard to swallow,
But you'll be 3 feet taller and find a way to entertain your friends.
you say you are a villain, but can't hide by killing.
Go ahead and steal yourself a horse.
2, 3, 11, or 5.
Figured, boys. I'm a pickin'.
And I'm a swinging.
I'm ignorant.
And I'm ugly.
That you are, boys.
Oh, the Lord loves a hanging, and so do we by heck. So get yourself a lasso and decorate your neck. Oh, we is awful ignorant and uglier in sin. So go ahead and cut us down and hang us all again.
Hanging, that is. Swing a spell.
Y'all bring the kids now, you hear?
There be Ren and Stimpy with Lord Loves a Hangin'. Aye, we be cutting a commercial momentarily. And when we return, well, obviously, we the second half of the show. And that leads us right into the witching hour.
I don't know where you are in the house at this precise moment, but run and get your mother and tell her why she should go and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like orange juice. It's like everything you've ever known that's good for you. See the Rocky Horror Picture Show, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I brought us some raw squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see. It comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
Welcome back to me second hour, me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the Final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323-HEAVE-HO.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Avast you, old bat! Heave off! We're all doomed! Oh, that's better.
See? I made it all better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Well, I think we need to ponder upon a thing. The thing being that don't be afraid to be calling in a request. You say, well, I just heard it last week. So, if you be liking it, there's nothing wrong with requesting it. That's the whole thing. There's no time limit on a request. Requests can be made at any time just by giving a dialy call by 323-HEAVE-HO. That's 1-323-432-8346. There's another way you can be making requests, and that's through our Book of Face. That's right, the Book of Face. Go to the Book of Face, the Captain's Quarters, 106.5. We have the group and the page there, and you can be making requests that way. And there's also another way, by the Mail of E. And if you're wondering how you get to the Mail of E, well, you can do it through the Book of Face, and it's got the stuffs there. That way, some people don't want to be doing it one way. They can do it another. Also, don't be forgetting encore episodes for nearly the past 2 years are available right there on the tube of you. Once again, just type in the Captain's Quarters, 106.5. Now, let me go on with Jeff Whitemeyer's Tickets for Weird Al in Sarasota.
Well, I had a lot of vacation time piling after flipping my boss off a Bernie's carpet and tiling. But 3 months later, my girlfriend and I were getting tired of playing the Twister. She said, hun, if I could do anything, I would see the guy live who recorded Yoda. I said, babe, I'm gonna get you tickets for Weird Al in Sarasota. I hear that Weird Al's playing live in Sarasota. Well, we didn't delay, we drove out of LA, had a suitcase filled with taco grandes, grapefruit jello, Oreo filling, and bologna from our mini bar. My girlfriend brought along the latest issue of the Midnight Star and read me stories as we traveled. I pulled up to a guy wearing a shirt that said Ben Affleck rules. I sped away and I covered him in gravel. I put in Al's 3D CD, then felt my face was getting redder. Cause every time I saw my girl, she's on her phone watching Eddie Vedder. But still I knew I'd pop the question later at the show. As we drove through the rough and ghetto liquid streets in our beat-up old Toyota. We're gonna go see Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota. We're heading out to Weird Al's only show in Sarasota. On our 40-hour trip there, we still made attempts to take in all the sights and spent the nights watching Jerry Springer on our phones. We took a tour through Spatula City, the empty lot of U62, though we never got outside of the car because our door locks are completely busted. We were busy singing Weird Al songs as loud as we could moan. Like Young, Dumb and Ugly and I Love Rocky Road played Eat It and Skipper Dan 27 times. It's all about the Pentium as far as other Ricky Melanie and then War Crimes. We're cranking Trash Day, Stand Pat, Traffic Jam, plus a complicated song, and I lost some Jeopardy. Bob Alimony, Germs Jump, and I was only kidding. Then we wound up in Albuquerque. I hate sauerkraut. We hit the Sunshine State by 6:38. We were tired and late and aggravated by these endless miles. I said, hey, let's hit a drive-thru. I could eat a poodle, but she rolled her eyes and said we might miss the start of the show tonight. Then we drove past a home that was dwarfed in the shadow of a mammoth Panasonic playing Kathy Lee and Hoda. On our way to witness Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota. We're gonna go see Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota. Finally felt our hearts were beating as we found some parking near a rhinestone Belvedere. Without any warning, she leapt from the car and she ran away like a weasel and said, I can see Al's hair from here. I slammed the door, screamed, I don't know you anymore. I can't parallel Al's raw savoir-faire. But then she stopped to look at me with this wry intensity and told me you should stay right there. Oh, how was I to know she was a comedy music fangirl with a polka Jones who made my whole world explode up just to see Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota, then fade into the biggest Will Call line in Sarasota. Turn around and be so cruel. Oh, wasted up 17,130 pints of fuel. What has Al got on me? Why is this such a big drag? Is it his money? Is it his talent? His California swag? Is it his vegan zen? Should I write a song and then buckle up and learn to rock out the accordion? So I walked to my Camry and I glanced behind. If I was way nerdy, would she still be mine? I just wonder. Then a tremble shook the ground. I heard a sound blasting from afar and chilled me to the bone. I said it must be thunder. Then suddenly it broke out from far below. A gargantuan hamster with a glow had beady black eyes and growled like a wolf, but meaner. And then with a hungry bellow, he rose upon his hind legs, baring his teeth. He turned and lunged at the arena. The hamster gnawed on the structure with his rodent mandibles as the crowd trapped inside could just scream. Then, like a cartoon cat devours a lasagna, he tore the roof up like it's heavy cream. Then I thought of Amy and I thought of Al, and I reached in my pocket and said the time was now. Kid, this here's what a hero was meant to feel. And the tears were welling, but I endured the sting as I grabbed the stone and I grasped my sling and said, let's send this Al Porter back to his wheel. Then I screamed, hey you hairy buck-tooth sucker, you're my habitrail now, and the song really needs a coda. You won't eat Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota. I'm gonna go say Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota. Fell down a Weird Al's feet, and I told him this is not how I'd want to meet. He whispered, that I understand, thanks for saving my life. Then Amy grabbed my arm and said I was wrong, this is the life I wanted all along. I feel our saga's now beginning, and I know I'm gonna be your wife. If we've got one more minute, then we should go on a honeymoon road trip to see the twine ball in Minnesota. And it's all because of Weird Al Yankovic in Sarasota.
I got thrown out of a bar in New York City. Now, when I say I got thrown out of a bar, I don't mean somebody asked me to leave and we walked to the door together and I said, bye, everybody, I gotta go. 6 bouncers hurled me out of a nightclub like I was a frisbee. Those big old bouncers that go home every night, watch Roadhouse and beat off, you know what I'm talking about? Patrick Swayze's hitting another guy. For wearing a hat. I walk into a bar with a hat on, this guy real pissy goes, take off the hat! I'm like, what's the deal? He goes, I'll tell you what the deal is. Faggots in this area wear hats, we're trying to keep them out of our club. I'm like, oh, really? The only way we can tell down in Texas is if they have their hair cut like yours. And he got all pissed. But he walked away, and like an hour later, I'd been drinking, and I forgot. You ever forget? Happened to me. I put the hat back on. The guy comes over to me. Now, I'm between 6'1" and 6'6", depending on which convenience store I'm leaving. I weigh 235 pounds. This guy comes over to me, poking me in the shoulder with 2 fingers, says, "You're out of here." I was like, "I don't think so, f***er." And I was wrong. They hurled my ass. And then they squared off with me in the parking lot, and I backed down from the fight because I don't know how many of them it would have taken to whip my ass. But I knew how many they were going to use. That's a handy little piece of information to have right there. Overkill. Well, they called the police because we broke a chair on the way out the door, and I refused to pay for it. I refused to pay for it because we broke it over my thigh. The cop showed up, and at that point, I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability. Cop says, "Mr. White, you are being charged with drunk in public." I was like, hey. I was drunk in a bar. They threw me into public. I don't want to be drunk in public. I want to be drunk in a bar, which is perfectly legal. Arrest them. Well, he didn't arrest them. Instead, he made me do a field sobriety test where you stand on one foot, raise the other foot 6 inches off the ground, and count to 30. I made it to woo. Is that going to be close enough? Well, it wasn't close enough, so they call in for my arrest record. There's some good news. Satellites are linking up in outer space. Computer banks at NASA are kicking on. There's a telegraph in Deer Park going beep, 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 This part takes a while. Shorthand. Beep. Now, I told you that story to tell you this story. When I was 17 years old, I was arrested for being drunk in public. Seemed to be a pattern. If you knew Morse code, you'd already know that. We get it. And one DWI, which was a bogus charge because it turns out they were stopping every vehicle traveling down that particular sidewalk, and that's... Hell, that's profiling, isn't it? And profiling is wrong. On the drunken public charge in Deer Park, the arresting officer, who I had literally known all my life. You know what I mean? This guy lived 4 doors down from me in a town of less than 3,000 people at the time. We've met. He takes me to jail, and when we get there, he asks me if I have any aliases. I was just being a smart ass. Said, yeah, they call me Tater Salad. "17 years later in New York City, I'm handcuffed on a bench with blood coming out of my nose, and this cop goes, 'Are you Ron Tater Salad? What?' You caught me. You caught the tater. You can take down those roadblocks now. I call my son Tater Tot. Thanks for playing along. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys are a great crowd. Thank you.
There be Ron White with tater salad. The most dangerous of all the salads, as we've just recently found out. Aye, now we've got, yes, Bob Rivers with, the AOL song.
Try to call. Mouse keeps clicking till my hand's turning blue. You know I'm trying to phone you, but my modem won't go through. Got a research paper due at school. Some dirty pictures would be awfully cool. I'm emailing grandma, she's 102. But now I'm sad to inform you, Grandy's message won't pull through. Wanna surf, but I can hardly row. The U.S. Postal Service ain't this slow. I told AOL that I was totally screwed. They said, we're sorry we boned you, but there's nothing we can do.
Well, let's just let me try that again. We'll be cutting a commercial, and when we return, it shall be the final 40. Still looking for a tuba player? Anybody know of one? If you do, just give us a call, 323-HEAVE-HO. It's more than just a request line. It can also be informational. I mean, someone was nice enough to call me about my extended warranty in me car. Now, if they just get one from me ship, I'd be all about that. Isn't it great when they're willing to offer you help when you be needing it? That's lovely how they'll call like that.
Here's Bob Graham of Indianapolis, all set to prove the hand is quicker than the eye. Watch closely now. You may want to mystify your friend. After the string is threaded through the straw, he bends the straw and straightens the string. Next, he clips off the peak of the straw and throws it away. Now, he puts the straws together and pulls the string through. Presto! It's still in one piece. Believe it or not. Say, that's slick. Come on, tell us how you did it, Bob. Well, then at least tell us where we can learn tricks like that. Thanks. Come on, folks, let's look. Well, it's the famous Bike Party and Magic Stunts book. You can get one for 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps. The whiz bar is made in the famous Bike Kitchens. Is cellophane wrapped for freshness, supplies quick energy. The world's biggest candy value, only a nickel. Sold everywhere, and boy, it's good. Remember, get your Party and Magic Stunts book by sending 2 whiz wrappers and 6 cents in coin or stamps to Paul F. Bike Company, Department 1, Chicago. Full instructions on every whiz wrapper.
When last we left our courageous duo, they were off on a shopping foray, seeking out injustice.
Oh, goody, sidekick! You're here! Right where I left you! The latest Beetle Bailey came in for me, and great Scott! What den of dastardly villainy has just popped up, and now lays just beneath our very noses?
What? Where?
Right there! That duplicitous den of demagoguery, and it must be writhing with evil. For to hide that very reality, the villains made it bright pink, with really cute cupcakes painted on it too!
Do you mean Bee's Sweets? The sweetest place in town? They've been there for months. I go there all the time while I wait for you, because you won't let me in the Heroes.
We'll need to figure out how to sneak in there, and discover what depths their nefarious plans have coalesced to. We may need disguises.
We don't need to break in. We can just walk right in through the front door. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're not evil, not at all. Make any kind of artistic cake you can think of, and they taste great. Make all kinds of incredible pastries, too. And the macarons are always changing and beautiful as well as delicious. You can even find the flavors of the day by going to their Facebook page at Bee Sweets.
Bee Sweets, huh? A strange name for a villainous hideout? Come, sidekick, let us go forth and further investigate this domicile of pinkness.
Tune in next time as our cake adventurers find themselves trapped with nowhere to run and are forced to decide between delicious macarons or delectable cupcakes, or face the wrath of the bakery delights from which no man can resist.
Bee Sweets. It's the pink building located at 121 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, directly across from Heroes Comics. They're not evil, not at all.
Well, here we be at that time again, whether it be the final 40 minutes of the show that leads us straight into the witching hour, where we hand it all over to ye the listener, so that you can have your requests that you be wanting, and you can also steer the ship. You can take out the helm. You can take over every part of the ship, possibly including the kitchen, if you'd like. Definitely the galley. Aye, we're just thinking about some of ye carrying the slop buckets. Aye, and that's the problems. Some of the requests are amazing, some of them not so much, but it is all up to ye to where we be. So, without further ado, let us go straight to the phone lines and find out what amazing requests has come in.
Good evening, Captain. I would like to hear What Does the Fox Say? I've always wondered. Have a good evening. Bye.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes crow, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? Howdy, 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 oh. Howdy, 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 oh. Howdy, 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 oh. What the fox say? What the fox say? Big blue eyes, pointing nose, chasing mice and digging holes. Tiny paws up the hill. Suddenly you're standing still. Your fur is red, so beautiful, like an angel in the skies. But if you meet a friendly horse, will you communicate by? How will you speak to that? What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? I hate
Did you ever think when you eat Chinese, it ain't pork or chicken but a fat Siamese? Yet the food tastes great so you don't complain. But that's not chicken in your chicken chow mein. Seems to me I ordered sweet and sour pork, but Garfield's on my fork. He's purring here on my fork. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon, the place that I eat every day at noon. They can feed you cat and you'll never know. Once they wrap it up in dough, boys, they fry it real crisp in dough. Shaolin asked if I wanted more as he was dialing up his buddy at the old pet store. I said, not today, I lost my appetite. There's 2 cats in my belly and they want to fight. I was sucking on a Rolade and a Tums or 2 when I swear I heard it new, boys. And that is when I knew. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon. I think I gotta stop eating there at noon. They say that it's beef or fish or pork, but it's purring there on my fork. There's a hairball on my fork.
Ha ha ha. That there be Bob Rivers with Cats in the Kettle. Now, we had requested from, what did the Book of Haste, or the Mail of E, or could it have been the Mail of Snail? Well, it'd be from something along those other lines. Well, it was, Steve Harvey's Quit Doing These Things at Church.
I've been going to church all my life. I know something about it now. And it's just some things I wish they stopped doing up at the church. That's all. And you probably do too, but y'all scared to say it because you members in all this here. Well, I ain't a member there, so I pretty much say what I don't like going down at the church. I got a couple of things I wanted to talk with y'all about since it's just us. That's concerning me about the church. Some stuff I wish they stopped doing. And here they go. For those of you that's got them bad kids, I'm talking about the ones that you can't do nothing with at your house. Stop bringing them kids to church, dropping them off at the baby Bible school, and then turn around, walk out like you don't know what's finna happen. You know good and well them little rowdy, evil, little hell-bound kids is finna tear that Bible school up. Soon as you walk out, it ain't even a Bible school no more. It's a juvenile detention center. Here's something else at the church I wish y'all would stop doing. Just because it's the testimonial portion of service don't necessarily mean you got to talk. Try to wait on something meaningful or miraculous to happen in your life before you jump up to testify. I used to go to church and people just testify about the stupidest little mess. You know, God big, God do miracles. Anybody want to hear this little bitty thing that happened to you today? You know, I was at Payless Shoes the other day, and I bought a pair of shoes, and I got them shoes home, and you know, Lord, I just ain't want them shoes no more. So I took them shoes back down to the Payless, and Lord Jesus, I had my receipt. And Lord, they give me all my money back. Glory, hallelujah. That ain't a testimony. That's a store policy. Here's another thing I wish they stopped doing at the church. If you got a weak bladder, stop sitting in the middle of the road. You know you got to go all the time. Sit in the overfield room. Sit over there by the bathroom door. Stop sitting in the middle of the row. Now you got to get up 8, 9 times. You know you wide, cutting through the aisle, knocking everybody's hat off. You wiping women's lipstick off. Just talking about some things I wish y'all would quit doing. This one is for the pastors. I just want to do something for the pastors. If you go to the hospital, members, I'm talking to members now. If you go to the hospital and you got over 10,000 members at your church, stop expecting the pastor to come visit you. He ain't got time for that. Plus, you're in there all the time anyway. Don't nobody want to keep come seeing about you. You're sick all the time because you got a weight problem. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Now, you want the pastor to come see you because you got an abscess on your tooth. That's because you eat too much. Oh, okay. All right. I'll keep it moving. I see what's happening right now. Let's just get on over there by the choir then. I got something for the choir. Here's for the choir members. Stop taking off all your clothes and then slipping your robe on. Now you get out there and you done forgot. Now you get happy and you robe all up over your head. Hard for me to explain to my 8-year-old son why your drawers is wedged up in the crack of your butt. I ain't got to explain that to my boy sitting at the church. Daddy, how come she got holes in her legs? Listen to me. It's hard to explain cellulite to an 8-year-old. I'm just telling you, you're wrong. Here's another one I wish y'all would stop doing. If you go to church just once a month, there are those of us who go just once a month, try to go on communion, figure that'll get us in. Here's what I hate. When the tray come around and it's communion, stop letting your fingers touch all the crackers. You moving them out the way, shuffling, trying to find a big one. This ain't no meal. This is a holy ritual. Now you done got a handful of them. You gonna go to hell. Oh, you believe that? You gonna go to hell.
Turn to somebody and ask them, can you glitter? Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. And on Sunday morning I wanted to find a church to worship in. So I packed my truck and I headed out. Saw it in a cloud of dust. It was the Ebenezer Fellowship, non-denominational Baptist Free Will Church. When I walked in, it was time to start, and that little church was packed. There was only one seat on the very front row, even though I really wanted the back. So I walked right down and I took a seat. A hush fell over the place as a sweet little gray-haired woman walked up and said, "Boy, I got something to say." Folks around here call me Granny. I'm as sweet as I can be. Well, I volunteer for everything. They couldn't make it without me. I teach Sunday school, I sew and bake, while I'm even in charge of the Christmas play. And there's only one thing I ask in return, a lesson you should learn. Don't sit in my pew. You know, it belongs to me.
I've been sitting right here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. If you know what's good for you, don't sit in my pew. Well, I walked to the back of the church and I was feeling just about as tall as a flea when one of those deacons walked up and handed me a brown, ice-cold metal folding chair. So I sat out there in the aisle and I listened to the choir as they sang, "I shall not be moved." And then the preacher looked at me and he said, "Now we want our special guest to stay when the service is over with for some of Granny's red velvet cake." And that's what I did. But just about the time they said the blessing, I looked down and noticed I didn't have a fork. Well, I figured I'd made enough commotion for one day, so I thought, I'm gonna ease in there in the kitchen and I'm gonna find the utensil drawer and help myself. And that's what I did. But just about the time I located that drawer, guess who spun me around? It was Granny. "Stay out of my kitchen, boy. Well, you know that it belongs to me. I've been cooking in here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. So if you need a fork or if you need a spoon, the next time stay in the other room. Boy, you better pay attention. Stay out of my kitchen." And then she reached up, kissed me on the cheek and said, "You know, Granny hopes you come back next week, but if you do the next time, don't get my parking space, don't sing so loud, wear a coat and tie, come early enough for Sunday school, stay out of my kitchen. But most of all, I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear." Here we go, y'all. If you know what's good for you, say it with me, don't sit in my pew. But just remember, Granny loves you. Yeah!
That here be requested from the Book of Face. It be, don't sit in me poo. It be, that be trying that again. Don't be sitting in me pew. Tim Lovelace. Aye, perfect example. Aye, it was played not long ago. Obviously, the person really enjoyed it and they wanted to hear it again. And that's how it works with a request line. You hear something you like? Go ahead, play it again. That's what I... would that mean your name be Sam? Play it again, Sam. We'll be cutting a commercial. We'll return with the other half of the Final 40.
Creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers.
Now, you can make all kinds of lovely things like these with Mattel's wonderful Thing Maker. It makes creepy crawlers, spiders, lizards, snakes, dragonflies. Make them yourself with this nice plastic goop. Choose a mold, pour in the goop, heat it, and presto changeo, you've got bugs. Squiggly, squirty bugs. They feel so soft and natural. You get 4 different colors of goop and special paints. Make charming lizard pins or spider rings. You can collect them or spread them around. After all, they're fun for the entire family. Get Mattel's new Thing Maker with creepy crawlers. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Squatch Den.
Hey, La Chinga! Hey, man, look it over here! Oh, wow, man. Oh, is that... Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store? Totally awesome, man. I haven't seen a vinyl store in a long time, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, everything's gone digital, man. Totally bummer, dude. Hey, man. Let's go in. Let's check it out, man. This could be really cool. Hey, yeah, come on, man. Hey, man, this is really awesome. Oh, wow, man. This is far out, man. Look at all the shirts, man. Hey, man, yeah, look at the music. They got vinyl, they got CDs. Hey, man, they even got cassettes. That's gonna go well with my lowrider, man. Yeah, man. Oh. And look at all the shirts, man. Ain't no tie-dyes, but they're totally awesome, man. Hey, man, yeah, they're all band shirts. New band shirts. Hey, we need some new band shirts, man. All our stuff is old, man. Man, you're totally right, man. Oh, this stuff's all like from 2000 on up. Man, these is totally... I never even heard of some of these bands, but they look awesome, man. Hey, they're playing them in the background here, man. They are awesome. And check it out, man. They do photography. We got some pictures we can do. Hey, man, we can show them some pictures. Yeah, man.
My name is Ash. I'm the owner of the Squatch Den, located at 2082 College Avenue in Elmira Heights, New York, right across from Edison High, and we are open daily, Monday through Sunday, 12 to 6.
Squatch Den.
All music, all the time.
I was looking through my list of requests, and I saw this one, and I realized we haven't played that one for a while. It'd be a great one to hear. I appreciate this request sent in from the mail of Fred Blassie's Pencil Neck Geek.
Back when I was a kid, life was going swell, till something happened, blew everything to hell. That night my daddy stumbled in, all pale and weak, said a woman up the block just gave birth to a geek. Mom said, sell it to the circus, what the heck? Dad said, nope, this one's a pencil neck. And if there's one thing lower than a sideshow freak, it's a gritty, scum-sucking pencil neck geek. You see, if you take a pencil that won't hold lead, it looks like a pipe cleaner attached to a head. Add a buggy whip body with a brain that leaks, you got yourself a grit-eating pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Soon the geeks were popping up all over town. You couldn't hardly sneeze without knocking one down. After a nice juicy steak, if you need a toothpick, just reach for a geek. They'll do the trick. One day we cut one up for fish bait. Learned our lesson just a little bit late. Soon as the geek hit the drink, the water turned red. Next day, sure enough, all the fish were dead. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Most any night, you know where I can be found. Yeah, stomping some geek's head into the ground. So keep the faith, cause in Blassie you can trust. I won't give up till the last geek bites the dust. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. They say these geeks come a dime a dozen. I'm looking for the guy who's supplying the dimes. It's gonna be real hard times for all of these grit-eating, scum-sucking, boot-licking, drop-kicking, gut-grinding, nail-biting, glue-sniffing, scab-picking, butt-scratching, egg-hatching, sleazy, smelly, pepper-bellied, dirty, lousy, rotten, stinking freaks. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek.
Oh, where can my playboys be? My mom took them away from me. I gotta find out where she hid all my books, so I can read my playboys when she leaves for work. Well, I came home about 10:15. Was down at Tommy's hanging out with my friends. I turned my key, I walked into the house. My mom and dad were sitting down on the couch. When I saw what mom had, my face turned red. She said we found these underneath your bed. I couldn't talk, my knees got weak. My mom found out that I'm a porno freak. And just when I thought things got as bad as they could, she said she's confiscating them for my own good. Oh, where can my Playboys be? My mom took them away from me. I gotta figure out where she hid my books, so I can read my Playboys when she leaves for work. Well, now it's late, I'm lying in my bed. Miss October's dancing through my head, when suddenly my dad turned on the lights, said follow me, and tiptoed down out of sight. We went to the shed, I looked inside and said, holy cow, we found my porno pile. He winked his eye and then he went back up to bed. I turned around, went back into the shed. Well, now it's over, but you know I thank the stars. She didn't find the tape inside my VCR. But now I've got my pornography. My dad gave it all back to me. He's such a cool dude, he gave back all my books. Now I can read my Playboys when Mom leaves for work.
Well, that'll be Pal Ricky with Ode to Playboy. Let's go right back to the phone lines and see what we shall see.
Righto, we've been needing to hear some fighting trousers. Hey, they've been trying to come after us, and we're gonna fight them right to the end. You hear that, Captain? We'll fight them right to the end.
Jeffrey, what's that you have in your hand, boy? Pass it over. A telegram. Oh dear. Seems someone has been biting me. Fetch me my trousers at once. No, not those. Those are my time travel trousers. Those are my tea trousers. That's it. Those ones. My fighting trousers. Dear sir, regarding your recent foray into the rap business and the scene you portray, see, I don't normally approve of war games, but he's biting you, is what they all say. And by Harry, they might be right. This is hip-hop, not an Elvis night. Shelve this professor impersonation. Let it end now, it's impertinent waiting. You seem a reasonable chap, what you need to do is rap and not parody chap-hop, cause that's not proper, just not cricket. Put away your ukulele or I'll tell you where to stick it. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not, let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers. I've got super producers and fans that play me. You have a granddad's moustache and a ukulele. Don't look around, sir, I'm speaking to you. Roll up your shirt sleeves, Queensberry rules. Never test professors with the cleverest wit. Let's settle this like gentlemen armed with heavy sticks on a rotating plate with spikes like Flash Gordon. And you're Peter Duncan, I gave you fair warning. When this George Formby clone is performing, audiences go home before he begins talking. A new career might be more rewarding. I'm a bright Brighton peer, your rap's Piers Morgan. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not, let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers. I've not seen you at ciphers or workshops with kids or gigs, dear sir. You're not worthy of this. Sold out to Coca-Cola, used for a trend, and that means you're banned from using a pen. Hope it's safe to assume you won't do it again. Set foot on my stage and get ruined again. Be out, Mr. B. I set the egg timer. There's not room in town for two gentlemen rhymers. Leave town by the end of this instrumental. Yours, etc., etc. Sincerely, and so forth, Professor Elemental. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not. Let's see who strikes the loudest. Lose. Put on my fighting trousers. Sorry, I'm sorry, Jeffrey, but it gets my goat. Gets my dander right up. It's bloody told him. No jazz solo. This is supposed to be a diss song. Jeffrey, get off the drums.
I'm just a robot and I know my place. A metal servant to the human race. I work my can off trying to satisfy. I know they'll disconnect me by and by. Chip on my shoulder made of silicon. My printed circuits like a lexicon. 10 billion logic functions, maybe more. They make me pick the paper off the floor. Solitary, solenoid, terminally paranoid Marvin. Know what really makes me mad? They clean me with a Brillo pad. A car wash wouldn't be so bad. Life, don't talk to me about life. I'm so depressed I could expectorate. My moving parts are in a solid state. I want to rust in peace, switch off and lie in that great junkyard in the sky. Solitary, solenoid, terminally paranoid Marvin. Nothing left to be enjoyed, every diode rheumatoid Marvin. Outer alloy, inner void Marvin. Happiness has been destroyed.
Aye, that there be Stephen Moore with Marvin, the Paranoid Android from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now, let us go to an all-time classic, a true love story that goes beyond the ages, one that cannot be paralleled anywhere else. It be Billy and the Boingers. You really stink, but I love you.
You make me sick, way oh, you make me sick.
Aye, there it be. That particular song brings us to the end of 2 years on the air. Next week, we start out the 3rd season, the 3rd year of the Captain's Quarters. Another episode will be definitely coming along. Oh, dear goodness, it's so itching hour to be a part of.
Molly's all took it out after the fair all week. You should see her, it's adorable. She has great time at the fair, I tell you. She played me the glitter bombs. She loosened the bolt on the Ferris wheel. You should see it. The screams of joy. It was so amazing. Anyway, I sings now. Gimme some time to think. Eyes in the bathroom looking at me. Face in the mirror is all I need. Wait until the Reaper takes my life. Never gonna get me out alive. I've lived 1,000 million lives. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Our patience is waning. Is this entertaining? I got this feeling here, you know, where I's losing all control, 'cause there's magic in my bones. I got this feeling in my soul. Go ahead and throw you stones, 'cause there's magic in my bones. Playing me the stick of dynamite. There was never gray and black and white. There was never wrong till there was right. Feeling like a boulder hurtling, seeing all the vultures circling, burning into flames I's working in, turning in a bed that's darkening. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Our patience is waning. Is this entertaining? I got this feeling here, you know, where I's losing all control, 'cause there's magic in my bones. I got this feeling in my soul. Go ahead and throw your stones, 'cause there's
Well,
magic
I do
in
believe
my
women
bones.
tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.